Hello everyone, my name is Legendary and this game is Rise of Kingdoms, and today we have Theodora Commander Spotlight. Now in this video, in Theodora Commander Spotlight, we're gonna talk about pairings, we're gonna max her skills, cause why not, we can. We're gonna test her out in the Garrison as well. We're gonna talk everything there is to know about Theodora. So first thing first, because we're talking about legendaries, you want to know how expensive it is to actually max legendaries in terms of sculptures and approximately in terms of stars, because is it expensive? Yes, it is very, very expensive. So before you want to go and max out the legendary, you want to know a couple of things regarding legendaries. Another more thing which is very, very important, and this is crucial regarding all legendaries. You want to keep them at 1 star and max out their primary skill, because in general the primary skill is kind of the best on any legendary. In some situation then you bring them to the 2nd star, so you 100% max the 2nd skill as well. Well, I'm not sure if it's her situation because she's kind of focused on Garrison. So I already done a review when they actually came out, and then I already done a video regarding the skill description of the commanders that just came out. But now we're gonna properly test her out in Garrison, in City Garrison, because we can't really do flag defenses right now. We are not in KVK, or passes would actually take some testings. But we will definitely do some expedition testing, and we're gonna compare her with YSG. Who else is better to compare her with? Because she does circular area damage, same as YSG, and hits up to 5 targets, same as YSG. So this is going to be the compare that we're also going to do in the testing. More things that you want to know about legendary is that equipment only works from the primary commander, so you want to make sure that you have properly equipped your legendary. If he is going to be used primary, the second in command, it's only a skill carrier. This is only thing that actually works if you use a commander as a second in command. From the primary works the skill and the talent. Let's summon her, let's max her skills, and let's bring her out for a spin. And upgrade. And now is the final moment when expertise attained, honor to the last. Whew. Let's see if we can get her to level 60. I'm not sure if I have enough experience. I definitely have stars, but not sure if I have experience. Let's get to it. And there you go, level 60, max skill, Theodora. Alright, so let's do her talents. Let's see which talent tree I want to use on her. I think I'm gonna go with this. Obviously we want some skill damage reduction, all damage reduction, we want impregnable. And since this is for city, obviously we want that as well. And how far we can get, oh, how about that? Alright, so just 2 points left. We could go all attack. Now I think the only thing I would probably change, and now I cannot change it, is probably reduce damage taken. Just take 1 from here and rather go in armored, in going all damage, armored to the teeth, so you can have 3%, because obviously in your city you have multiple types of troops and I cannot reset it. If I reset it, it's gonna ask me for a, so for 1% I'm not gonna change, but the no weaknesses, you wanna just go 2 out of 3 and go to armor. So this is the talent tree that I want to test on her for the city. Now if you want to do her against Attila Takeda, you obviously don't need skill damage. Well, I can probably do on her second. Now it comes and goes if you do mix of troops in the garrison and use her as first. So you might want to get armored, but if you get armored then you probably need to drop balance, which is reducing the damage. So it has ups and downs. Now you only have 1 left, go for 1 defense. So this would be against Attila Takeda, or this would be a good talent tree against Attila Takeda. You can probably not go all the way to strategic prowess, but that's 20% defense after each skill. So that's primary and secondary in command. That's 20% defense for 4 seconds. That's pretty good. I really like that talent. So it's up to you if you want to drop balance and just, if you're using mix of troops, and just go for armor. Now if you want to do like general flag talent tree, so pretty much that would be a general garrison talent tree where you're defending against skill damage or any kind of things. This is what I would probably do, or something similar. But against Attila Takeda, I would definitely get strategic prowess, because they do a lot of normal attack damage. So you want to have defense. You want to mitigate as much as you can the normal damage. So there you go, 3 talent trees right off the bat. In terms of pairing, she's very limited for field battles. Because of her circular area, she definitely has utilities for field battles as well, but very limited. If you plan to max her out, you definitely want to use her in garrison. Let's go and test her out in the expedition. Let's see some tests. First test is going to be with Charles Martel. So this is the talent tree that I want to test on Charles Martel. I'm going to do first Theodora, because everyone wants to see Theodora, and then I'm going to do YSG and see how many troops are left. And that's going to be a good comparison if Theodora is going to be better than YSG to be used as a second in command. After that, I'm gonna use Theodora with YSG and see how devastating they are. Yeah, and this is the talent tree that we will be using on Theodora. Wow, she even pops in first. Charles Martel and Theodora. Let's go 250,000 troops. So if I'm using the same amount of troops with Charles and Theodora, I'm gonna use the same troops with Charles and YSG. So I'm not gonna do anything else different. So we have the testing nugget over here, which is obviously Ottoman, 5% skill damage as extra as well. Let's see if this is actually gonna pay off. That's a pretty interesting animation for a garrison commander, I do have to say that. So far the amount of units left is pretty high. So is it just my impression? But I think, yeah, that you can feel the debuff. Alright, so she was doing 15,000 damage. I think that was because of her 4 skill. So her 4 skill is definitely all damage. We are on the last 15 seconds, so 667,000 troops, 664,000 troops, 662,000 troops, which is final. So 662,000 troops. Now let's see with YSG what results we're gonna get. So ready and start. I'm gonna just go right at the results. Alright, so we are on the last 15 seconds of this, and I do have to say that so far what I've noticed from the testing is that YSG does way more damage than Theodora. So we are noticing that it is 685,000 troops, which is about 22,000 troops difference from using Theodora and YSG. YSG also helps with the rage restoration, which means more skills. At least this pair using Charles YSG or Charles Theodora, I would definitely say that Charles YSG is better. On the other hand, I was noticing that with Theodora, it was taking less damage. So you were doing less damage, but he was taking less damage. In the end, doing more damage, apparently it paid off. So YSG actually outperformed Theodora, using as a second to Charles Martel. Now let's see how they will do if we just go Theodora first and YSG second. I'm gonna use the same amount of troops, 250,000 in each, because in your city you definitely have mix of troops. Now I'm gonna leave it just for a little while at the beginning, and let's see how they do right at the beginning. as a first notice, the city is definitely taking some damage, but you're noticing the skill damage. It was insane on her initial skill. That was probably because her fort was active as well, and probably YSG's second was active as well. But the skill damage with both of them is insane. So using Theodora and YSG, I mean, the amount of skill damage is literally phenomenal. You have rage restoration, you have everything you need, double AoE commander, double circular area. But I'm not sure if you're noticing one thing: her circular area is much smaller than YSG's. So YSG is much wider, her is much smaller, but at least it hits all the targets that it's actually hitting her. So this is literally devastating for pretty much anything that hits the city. This will be the best anti-swarming type of march. I definitely believe so. Using them against double or triple rallies, I would definitely do that. Double, triple rallies, quadruple rallies, I would definitely use Theodora and YSG. They definitely do some damage. Look at that. They're melting anything. I'm really curious if we're gonna have better results than Charles Martel, but I don't think so, because with Charles Martel, I was having heal because of the defense tree. I was having that partial heal on the defense tree. So I'm not sure if the results will actually be better than Charles Martel. Charles Martel also has the shield, which absorbs damage, so it's a couple of things to consider. But damage wise I'm liking this. So we are on the last 15 seconds of the test. Obviously, as units, it already went lower than our first and second test. So as units wise, it already went lower. But as damage wise, I'm liking this march as damage wise. And definitely she has utility. She's definitely gonna have that special niche that she will definitely gonna be used for. I would say that against multiple rallies she might have utilities. I'm not sure if Wu Zetian is still better. Someone that actually has Wu Zetian needs to do this kind of test, if it's worth better to actually use her or Wu Zetian second to YSG. But I would definitely try it. Even though the troops count is lower, it's actually normal when you don't have any kind of healing or any kind of shielding. It's actually normal that the troops counts to go low. So far, I'm pretty happy with the test and with Theodora YSG. Furthermore, it's actual testing on flags, KVK, Ark of Osiris. So going back to our Theodora, and my final thoughts about Theodora is that she is doing alright, is nothing really crazy. There's a lot of other commanders that can actually replace her. But if you actually want to max her out, or if you actually want to invest in her, she's definitely doing some work as a Garrison commander. Furthermore, as pairings, obviously with Garrison commanders, YSG, which we already tested, second to Charles Martel, I wouldn't say that she's actually doing the necessary damage. So I wouldn't actually put her second to Charles Martel. She's definitely needs to be first. If you want to use a second to Wu Zetian, for example, I would probably still go with YSG. The skill damage, the rage restoration is just too good from YSG, the rage restoration and all that, rather than Theodora. So Theodora has some very nice Garrison skills on paper, but is all with with chances, and that's where it brings YSS as well, I believe. Yeah, that's where it brings YSS as well, which has a lot of chances as well. Bringing these two commanders, which might not actually be as good, even with all the damage, because we've done the skill description detailed, so all this damage from rallied enemies reduction, which is all damage and all that, I don't think that they might be as great as we think so. A lot of testings needs to be done and to actually give the final decision. But I just like the AoE. So far, her with YSG to be able to hit multiple targets or multiple rallies, I think that it might be it. Further testing needs to be done. Which other commanders she could actually be paired with? Obviously with her boyfriend YSS, because they came all together. I already tested her with YSG. And probably with Wu Zetian, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't think so. The reason why YSG works so well with Wu Zetian is because of the 4 skill of YSG. This is a chance to actually go in. I was noticing when I was doing the test that sometimes he was going in and he was doing some wonderful numbers, and when he was not going in, the numbers were not so wonderful. Overall, she's okay. I don't think that she will be something super mega extra or something wow. I just think that she is okay. So until next time, this is your boy Legeroni signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one. Be safe out there. If you have questions about Theodora, you can drop them in the comment section below and I can test her out or answer your questions.